choose to do, your infinite love will prove more than enough. Your infinite love made me, made everything I see, and all that will ever be is your infinite love. So let the world know the truth, whatever we choose to do, your infinite love will prove more than enough, 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 more than enough. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. 'Cause you are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. 'Cause we are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. Yeah. 'Cause we are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. We are a light, we are a light, we are a light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. Great. I love the phones. That's fun. That's great. That's great. Good idea. Good idea, Thomas.
Oh,
Nice.
okay, fair enough. Perfect.
Oh, I am so grateful for this life I have today. overflowing, and a heart full of love. 'Cause I am so grateful, for I know my path is blessed by a love so full and graceful. I can trust in every step, for I live in a world of abundance, in a true never-ending source from above. Yes, I live in a world of abundance, with a life overflowing and a heart full of love. 'Cause I live in a world of abundance, in a true never-ending source from above. Yes, I live in a world of abundance, with a life overflowing and a heart full of love. 'Cause I live in a world of abundance, with a life overflowing and a heart full of love. Yes, I live in a world of abundance, with a heart overflowing and a life full of love. Nice harmony. That's good.
Thank you, Josh. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Yeah. You're going to do which forever?
I'm going to keep saying good morning forever.
Good morning. Ken's just going to say good morning forever and nothing else. Response to everything. Oh, good morning. Well, let's take a moment here to light. First of all, it's April. And in April, we have the power of love. How about that? Because what could we use more of in the world? Like, yeah. Da, 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 da. All you need is love. And it went out. It was my singing. It was my singing that it made it afraid. And let's take a moment here to also light the candle of our Christ consciousness and honor the greatness within each one of us and in this community and in the world. Yeah, thank you. And I have a few things I want to direct our attention to. So for those that might be new to Unity, we usually have this on the table, but this is our affirmative prayer requests. And in Unity, we love the idea of affirmative prayer, which is affirming that which we already know to be true. And so I'm going to leave this up here today, and maybe going forward, there's a pen and a pencil. And so if there's anybody's name that you would like to add to our affirmative prayer list, which then gets sent out on an email for affirmative prayer within our community, and then also gets forwarded to Unity Worldwide Spiritual Institute in Missouri, where that person's name will be added to a prayer list for 30 days, holding the truth of who they are and the light and whatever it is that you request here for them. So that'll be available after service. If you want to add somebody to that, please come on up and write their name. And if there's anything specific that you would like to have us focus on, you can put that in there. I recommend maybe a first name and an initial for the last name only, and that way it stays somewhat private. All right? Yeah. I'm going to invite Matthew up. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here. And fairy music. I love it.
Test, test. Good. Thank you, Reverend Thomas. Welcome, everybody. Any of our guests that we have here today, and the people that show up every single week, and those of you that are sharing this with us today online. I would like to also acknowledge the fact that we are grateful to live, work, and play, create on the traditional and unceded territory of the many indigenous peoples of Vancouver Island, and for that we say, Haichka. For today's affirmative prayer, we're going to get to the daily word, which is assurance, and we'll talk more about that later. But today's prayer is prayer for self-love. Please close your eyes if you'd like. Dear universe, empower me with your light and remind me that I am good enough, beautiful enough, smart enough, talented enough, brave enough, and strong enough to be me. I let go of self-doubt and negative chatter. Please wrap me in a comforting embrace now. Remind me to show up for myself. Give it my all and follow my heart's calling. I envision pink healing light going into my heart, opening it up and pulling out any limiting beliefs and instilling in me your definition of self-love. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for my greatness. Love me. Amen. Now, back to some music. Attitude of gratitude.
I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. Yeah. I thank the universe for each new day, whether it's sunny or it's pouring rain. In any situation, time or place, my grateful heart creates a state of grace. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. The darkness taught me how to praise the light. Wrongness made me hunger for what's right. I haven't found a place where I don't see heaven's blessings pouring down on me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. Cause I won't be waiting when my ship comes in. Won't trade my here and now for something then. I'm finding pleasure in the simple things. It doesn't matter what tomorrow brings. Say yeah, say yeah, say yeah, 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 yeah. I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. Cause I used to cry for deliverance, yeah. Send desperate pleas to the heavens. But it wasn't until I gave up and got still I could see all the gifts I'd been given. Cause I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. One more time. I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude, I've got an attitude of gratitude. There it is. Nice.
Why stop there?
Why stop?
Carry on. My soul is welcome here.
Love it. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 'Cause I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Thank you again, Joshua and Reverend Thomas. Okay, what's coming up? We got lots of things going on. The events committee, they meet this Sunday following the service here in Nanaimo. Did you know that? Well, if you don't, you are now. Okay. And tonight, we have the Sacred Soundscapes. Tonight, 7 p.m. here in the hall here. Tickets are still on sale, and you can buy them after service today. It's a fabulous experience if you haven't done it. It's great to lay back, relax, and then listen to everybody else start snoring. It's fabulous. And coming up this Monday, April 7th, an afternoon with Oprah. This is taking place down in Victoria, I believe. And that's 1 o'clock to 2:30. And then we still have on Thursday, April 10th and the 17th, the Spiritual Center in Comox, Metaphysical Lent. This is with Reverend Vicky, 2 to 3 p.m. Everybody is welcome for that. And we are still doing Using the 12 Powers to Be Your Best Self. The 12 Powers is Judy Murakami. Sorry. I practiced that earlier, too, darn. Still in the middle, and that's next Sunday starts up April 18th again, 2:30 in the library right here. We've got the Palace Band coming. Now, this tickets are still on sale for this. You can get those in the back. If you like to get up and do some boogie-woogie and dancing, this is the band to listen to. So April 26th, coming up at the end of the month, this is put on, this is part of our entertainment, what do we call that series? Bright Light Concerts, yes, it's fabulous. Meg knows all about that, so talk to her. And, of course, all of this information is in the Thursday's newsletters and on the website, so make sure you check that when that comes out. And the Daily Word. I mentioned it briefly earlier, but what a great word it is, too. And did you know you can subscribe to the Daily Word? You can go onto the website and get that every day. It's a fabulous way to start your day. And today's is assurance. I live with the assurance of divinity. There may be times I doubted my ability to create the life of my highest imaginings and resign myself to living a limited life. Today, I make a new choice. I see myself as fully divine and fully human. I am so much more than my past. Even if I have made regrettable decisions or disempowering choices, I have the assurance that with each new day, I can begin again and build the life I want to live. As I pray, I feel the limitations of the world fall away. In the silence, I feel the presence of God and the fullness of my own divinity. This is the enduring truth of who I am. I affirm. I am strong. I am creative. I am wise. I leave the past behind and eagerly create my future, assured of my eventual success. Great words to live by, the daily word. Live by it and feel it. It is all within us. And so it is. That's right. Amen, baby. All right. More music. God is my source.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need.
Josh, I love how we just look at each other and then end. It's like, oh, we got to end now. It's kind of funny. But there's no sweat or panic. You know, it's just like, oh, we're just going to end now. What am I doing? Do you ever have those moments where you're like, what am I doing? So I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one with those moments of what am I doing. I don't need this here, so I'm going to gently move that away. Gather my notes. Great. I'll trade places. It's like a musical theater song. You know how musical theater where they kind of give you the play-by-play of what they're doing? And then I walked into the living room, and I kicked my shoes off, and I found a sofa, and right? See? Josh, he knows. He knows what I'm talking about. That was the present moment, wonderful moment. See, I just went with whatever was in my head. No filter. No like, oh, should I do this or not do this? Let's just do this. Great. Okay, hi. I missed you. I wasn't here last week, and I missed the pancakes. Yeah. So it's nice to be back. Oh, good, they saved some. Hopefully they just left them on the counter. That would be... That's funny. So yeah, present moment. Wonderful moment. I borrowed this from Thich Nhat Hanh. Anybody Thich Nhat Hanh follower, listener? Yeah, I was listening to a conversation of his which predated my time at Unity. And I was thinking about how in 2000, Leslie and I got married, and that was, Leslie was kind of my first introduction into something like angel cards and picking an angel card for the moment that you're about to have and things like that. And then I was listening to Thich Nhat Hanh, and he was doing a talk on present moment, wonderful moment from 1998. And I was thinking, wow, that was around even before angel cards in 2000. And then, of course, I realized that all of this stuff has been around for a very long time. That we could just go back and listen to things from a long, long time ago, read articles or read books that have been taking that history and presenting it to us, and yet we still struggle with the same things as humans, don't we? Don't you feel that? That no matter how much I step forward into my spiritual awakening and my awareness, there's a part of the brain that just wants to go back to this, and you have to sort of remind yourself, oh no, I'm not doing that anymore. Or no, wait, I have this that I can do instead. So I have some notes here that I'll get to from Thich Nhat Hanh, but I wanted to just share kind of my experience around this. So I woke up this morning at 4:30 and had a little bit of a panic. Anybody have those? Wake up, right? And so here was what, I want to make sure I've got my, so I had this racing mind. I had done around all of the things that I had done wrong recently, that I had not done correctly. So you may have noticed that we had to send out a correction to the newsletter on Friday. Maybe you didn't. But I noticed because I had to organize it with Cindy for not putting correct information in the newsletter. And then I received an email from somebody wondering why a certain event wasn't announced last week when it needed to be announced. And of course, that's my responsibility as well, so I had failed on that. I've changed the date for the community circle now a couple of times because I missed some things in my notes on my schedule that actually wouldn't allow me to be here for it. And it's probably good that if I'm going to have a community circle with you all, I should be here for it, right? I received some information from somebody in Victoria about a lack of information and clarity around the way I was communicating. So I woke up this morning with this panic of, oh, and there was also slides that were not correct for today and that were not in the slideshow for today, and I hadn't checked it yesterday like I had intended. So I woke up thinking, man, am I failing miserably at this. And of course, I don't know if this works for you, but when I think of that, I can see many of your faces noticing what I'm not doing correctly. I don't know if you have that at the place you work or with the people that you hang out with, or when you've made a commitment to somebody and you forgot, where you can hear them or see them. So there's that. And there's that, and the list goes on. And so at 4:30 this morning, I was freaking out about things that I had done incorrectly or had not completed correctly, worried about the future of how that was going to show up on, the Sunday slides weren't going to be correct. And I'm thinking, I need to get out of bed right now and deal with this, right? Anybody? Like somehow I'm going to solve everything by leaping out of bed and running to my computer and fixing everything. And then I paused for a moment and I thought, or I could actually open up my Insight Timer app and just put in my headphones and do a meditation right here and just chill. That's what I could do. I could actually just get present to what is real right now, which is none of that stuff matters. All that matters right now is I'm in my bed and I can just go within, and none of that other stuff from the past or the future is happening right now. Yes? That's what we can do. We can just be present to exactly what is happening right now, which is, hey, I can just go within and chill. So that's what I did. Aren't you proud of me? Huh? Yeah, see? That's what you can do. You can just, you know what? I'm not going to try to solve all of that stuff now because it's gone. The newsletter's done. It was already mistaken. There's nothing I can do to fix it. It already went out incorrectly. Not going to worry about how service is going to go because it's not 1 o'clock yet. I don't have to actually worry about that. So that's what the present moment, wonderful moment, can look like, is you can become present and then you can experience how wonderful the moment could actually be for you by checking in, tuning in, being present to what's right in front of you. And so this also showed up this morning in anybody a hockey fan? So I am an ice hockey fan, have been my whole life. I've tried to cure myself of it. It's not going to happen. I just give in to the fact that I love ice hockey. So this morning, I knew this yesterday, that Alexander Ovechkin, who plays for the Washington Capitals, would have the opportunity to break Wayne Gretzky's scoring record for the most goals ever in the history of the National Hockey League by a single player, and that number would be 895 goals during the regular season. And so I was thinking about this because this day has been marching towards him for a while and all season. And he was injured earlier in the season, so there was lots of media like, is he going to make it? Is he not going to make it? And he also said publicly that he did not want that final goal to be an empty net goal. So he didn't want to do it late in the game when the net was empty and the other team had their goalie pulled and he could just put it in the net. He wanted it to be a legitimate, as he would call it, a legitimate goal on a goaltender. And so I think athletes and artists are a really good example for us of the present moment, wonderful moment, because he needs to do two things. He needs to not think about all of the stuff from the past, and he certainly needs to not hold his, ever heard that term that they're squeezing the stick too tightly? Because you're like so worried, I'm not playing very well, the puck's not going in the net, and you start to tense up, and you're thinking about all the things that could go wrong. He actually needs to just be in the moment. And then when that opportunity comes to do what he's done so many times in the past, like 894 times before he had put the puck in the net. And so I thought about this morning. I remembered, I was like, oh, I think that game's on this morning. I went out, I turned on the TV, and guess what happened? He scored just as I turned on the television, and I watched the goal. But that's when I thought, like, wow, he could have been so worried about that next goal once he scored it, because Wayne Gretzky was now following to every game so that he could honor him when he broke the record. The president of the National Hockey League was at the game. His family, the whole entourage was at the last 3 or 4 games. Like, it's just, all of this pressure to do it is being put on him. And if he stopped for a moment and really took all of that pressure on, it would have been a disaster. Like, he had to just go out, do what I know how to do, be present, and then he was able to have a wonderful moment. They stopped the game, Wayne came down, a lot of hugging, all of that stuff. It was great. And he now has the record that he will now add to. And I don't know what his goal is, if he wants 1,000 goals, maybe that's what he wants to hit, I don't know. But it's not the point, is that there was a lot that he had to surrender to be able to get to this place. And there's another great thing about it, that if we want to look, that's the ability to commit and stay focused on something. And that, I believe, is what our spiritual practice takes, is commitment and focus and bringing ourselves, I'll use a hockey analogy, bringing ourselves to the rink every day to perform, to practice, to do what we know is going to serve us. And then we need to be present to it. So, I have some stuff from the great Thich Nhat Hanh, who has a wonderful way at looking at this. Be fully present in the moment. While washing the dishes, you might be thinking about the tea afterward. That means you are not really washing the dishes. Insight. Mindfulness means being fully engaged with the present task, not rushing to the next thing. Find the sacred in the ordinary. If I'm incapable of washing dishes joyfully, if I want to finish them quickly so I can go and have tea, I will be equally incapable of enjoying the tea. Insight. Every action, no matter how mundane, can be a doorway to peace and presence. Practice mindfulness in daily life. To my mind, the idea that doing dishes is unpleasant can occur only when you are not doing them. Think about that. Because if you're really in the act of doing the dishes, you're not thinking about something else, you're doing the dishes. But if you're not really doing the dishes, then you could be thinking a lot of other things, like how unpleasant it might be. Insight. When you're truly present, even routine tasks become a form of meditation and nourishment. Mindfulness is about deep awareness. When you are washing dishes, wash them as if they are the baby Buddha. Aw, isn't that nice? Huh? Think of that. Washing each dish as if it's the baby Buddha. Insight. Treat each task and moment with reverence, care, and gentle attention. Now, I don't know about you all, but I could certainly add some of that to my life in terms of what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, how present I am to what I'm doing. And the one that really sort of knocked me on the side of the head was the idea that if I'm really doing the dishes, I can't be complaining about them because I would just be present to that act of doing dishes and washing them as if they're the baby Buddha. So no more dishwasher for me. Kidding. So kidding. So not true. Yes, it's how do I load the dishwasher? Being fully present to the loading and the unloading of the dishwasher. So I have 5 different things we can do here in order to sort of heighten our practice and bring us more into awareness. And they're simple things that we can take on, one different thing a day a week, or we can do it every day for a little period of time till we get good at it and then move on to something else. So one is breathe with intention. So is anybody familiar with box breathing? Okay, some aren't. So a very simple breathing technique would be, or meditation technique would be, while you're meditating, you can count quietly in the back of your mind to a count of 4 as you slowly breathe in, and then hold that breath for the same count of 4, and then exhale for the same count of 4, and then hold at the bottom for a count of 4, and then breathe in again for a count of 4, and just continue that process. Right? And you keep the count the same duration, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, breathe in 2, 3, 4. And that is a form of dropping yourself into meditation, and you can slowly let go of the count, and you'll find that you're now into that space a little easier if you're having trouble sort of settling in. Focusing on your breath anchors you in the present moment and calms mental chatter. So that's why you would do that if you're having problems with the mental chatter. All right, declutter your mind. Number 2, do a brain dump. Write down everything on your mind without judgment. So does anybody here journal? And do you think about when you journal so that you're not actually journaling? You're thinking about what you're going to write down in journal. And so maybe it takes a little longer to write anything down because you're weighing and measuring everything you think you're going to write down, and then I don't want to write that down. And then you're actually not journaling in this format. This idea is you just write whatever comes into your head. It doesn't have to be fluent, and it doesn't have to line up with what you just wrote. You just write. Okay, another form of presence and meditation. You can create stillness. So you can sit quietly for 5 to 10 minutes each day, no phone, no music, just stillness. And this is one of our Unity five-step prayer processes, to get to that place of sitting in the silence, right? And so maybe you need to journal to start that process, or maybe you need the box breathing, and then you can settle into that. But getting into the habit of falling into the silence for 5 or 10 minutes a day is a great form of calming the nervous system, of allowing yourself to let go of some things in your life, and to really just get present to that moment, the moment that's right there for you. Because which is the only moment you have? Right? It's the one you're in. That's it. It's the only one you got. So you might as well enjoy the heck out of it. Number 4 is you can ask empowering questions. So this technique is ask yourself what truly matters right now, or what's one small step I can take. So again, I asked that question this morning. What truly matters right now? And for me, my mental health in that moment mattered the most. I saw that. I was like, you know what I need to do? I need to unplug from all of that madness of thinking I'm somehow going to solve everything in the world right now, and just get present. And then later I woke up, I walked the dog, I came back from walking the dog, and I sat down on my laptop and just cleaned a whole bunch of stuff up with a fresh, clear mind, with no anxiety around it, no panic, and just took care of some things. And it was great. Number 5, practice grounding. Anybody stand barefoot in the yard? No? No? All the time? Some people, yeah. Yeah. Getting connected to the earth, actually getting the magnetic energy, because your shoes, the rubber will actually take the frequency and the energy from the earth and separate you from it. And so there is this idea of grounding ourselves into Mother Earth and having that energy flow through our bodies. And you could do this like for 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day, or even 3 times a week. Just go out into the front yard if you have one, and you don't want concrete. You want like grass or dirt, where you just stand barefoot and recalibrate your body to the magnetic force of the planet. I mean, we kind of have lived here a while as humans on this planet. Being connected to it is a really good idea. So I tried this last summer. I was like determined, I'm going to spend my time walking the dog barefoot. No, did not work. I was like walking along like this with rocks and twigs and things sticking into my feet, and my feet are just, they are not conditioned for barefoot walking in the bush. They're just not. Blackberry bushes hurt a lot. Just FYI, okay? So just do it in the front yard if you've got some grass or a mossy front yard or something like that. It's really cozy. Go down to the beach, right? There you go. Take off your shoes, your socks, and just allow yourself to absorb that energy. Okay. Why don't we take a few moments with a very simple practice from Thich Nhat Hanh to breathe and meditate together, shall we? All right, so if you're comfortable, please allow yourself to close your eyes or find a place in front of you that you can focus your eyesight on and just soften your gaze. And this is really about the present moment, wonderful moment. And so when you breathe in, allow that breath to be deep. So maybe put a hand on your belly and breathe in through your nose so you can feel your belly rise. A nice deep inhale into your belly. And then as you exhale, Exhale really slowly. So it's a deep inhale and a slow exhale. And with each breath, gently remind yourself that, I'm going to breathe in deeply, breathe in deep, and then I'm going to exhale slowly. And just allow yourself to exhale slowly, focusing your attention on that exhale. So we'll just practice a few of those together. Now you can gently shift your attention with each breath in. Bring to your focus the word calm. And with each exhale, bring to your focus the word ease. So you could even say, I breathe in calm, I exhale ease. And now you can switch that with each breath in. Bring a gentle smile to your face and think of that smile. And with each exhale, just release, just let go in the moment. And now with that smile, as you breathe in, think present moment. And as you exhale, wonderful moment. And as we gently bring ourselves back to this space, just ponder this for a moment. When mindfulness touches something, it improves the quality of that something. And if it helps, you can take a nice deep breath in. Let that go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for your attention to that. Namaste.
It's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart, open up both your eyes. We can all know everything without ever knowing why. It's in every one of us, by and by. It's in every one of us to be free. Find your heart, let yourself simply be. We can all love everything without ever asking how. It's in every one of us, here and now. Thank you so much, Thomas. This is an original song, and it's called Wherever You Go, There You Are. I've done it here before, and if you recognize any of the lyrics, please feel free to sing along. My mama told me something that I won't forget. That there are times in life where we don't know what's next. But if we just take a breath and let it go, we'll find the things we thought were far away. We already know. Wherever you go, wherever you go, wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, wherever you go, wherever you go, there you are. Oh, it's not a leap of faith as long as you believe that something better's coming. Can't you feel it? Can't you see? 'Cause a broken heart is only made to heal. So turn the voices down and focus on what's really real. 'Cause wherever you go, wherever you go, wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, wherever you go, wherever you you go, there you are. Oh, oh, oh. 'Cause you're right there, wherever, 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 wherever you go. And I'm right there, wherever, 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 wherever I go. You're right there, wherever, 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 wherever you go. And I'm right there, wherever, 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 wherever I go. So write a postcard to yourself tomorrow night and add a message that says, man, I think I'll be alright, 'cause the things you want aren't quite so far away. And all the things that matter most in life will always stay. Oh, wherever you go, wherever you go, wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, wherever you go, wherever you go, there you are. Together. Oh, oh, nice. Oh, oh,
I love how Josh just lets me do whatever I want over there. So I know we've played that before, and I've played it completely different than that, but that felt really good today to do it that way. So maybe next time that's how we'll do it. Okay. Just figuring it out, you know. Keep trying. Yeah, just workshopping it here in front of all of you. We'll get it together one day. It'll be good. So Reverend Patricia and I we meet every Tuesday. For those that don't know, we meet every Tuesday and go over things. And I have been feeling like this part here, the thanking all of you for your financial support, is really the minister's job. That's my view. When I went through seminary, that's how it was positioned to me, that really when it comes time to saying thank you, that should really be owned by me as the minister, as the spiritual leader, and also the request portion, because getting up in front of people and asking for money is not easy. And it's kind of like there's a whole process that somebody has to go through in their own head to actually be okay with saying to people, we need your financial support, because without it, there is no money to do what we do. There's nothing we produce, right? We don't make something that we sell into the public market. It's like I always think of grapple grommets. Does anybody know what grapple grommets are? I don't know either, but I heard that term once, that we have a factory that makes grapple grommets and we sell them all over the world. I don't know what they are, but we don't do that. That's not what we do, right? What we require here is the contribution of our community, whether that's in treasure, talent, or support with certain things that we're doing or that we might need some help with, like volunteerism, right? So really, it's your center. It's not mine. It's not the board's center. Those people are just requested to be put in place to kind of steer the ship, so to speak, but it's your center. And so the request that we have is, if you're in a position to financially support the work that we do here at Unity Vancouver Island, that's fantastic. Thank you. It's not expected, it's appreciated. Right? Do you get that? We're not up here begging, nobody's up here begging for money. It's your place. The more money that we have, obviously, the more things we can do in there. The more concerts we can put on, the more events we can put on, the more speakers we can bring in, the more teachings we can have. All of that stuff requires finances. That's just the world we live in. That's one. And two, if you're not in a position to financially support us, then ask, what could I do? Where could I become involved in my community and in my spiritual center? And then see if you can do that. You don't have to do it all the time, right? But you could do it periodically. You know, we need people to support setting up before service. We need people to support taking things down or moving chairs back after service. This all requires people's talent or ability in order to get all of this stuff done. So that's what this request really is. It's a thank you for your financial support and for all of the incredible things that you do, and it's your place. So how do you want it to look is the question. How do you want service to look on Sunday? How do you want the kitchen to look after we're finished having our community after service on Sunday? How do you want the tables and chairs to be put away? This is what ownership looks like. And it's, you know, we all own it together. Now, when I started at Unity, I remember that first week I came to Unity and this slide came up. It wasn't actually this slide, it was a little different. But it was basically time to pull out your checkbook. And I thought, oh yeah, figures. Here we go. It was all going so good. And now what they're really after is my money. Anybody? Come on, you've had that feeling. And then I learned some things about prosperity consciousness and about the law of reciprocity and about the fact that the universe, you cannot outgive the universe. Just like the universe never gives you quite how bad you've been acting, right? This is from Eric Butterworth, I'm paraphrasing. But the universe doesn't really quite deliver the badness that you really might deserve. It doesn't give it to you full force. It actually produces more in good than what you can actually put forward, right? The universe is always wanting you to win. Always. God, universe, source, however you want to frame it. There's a goodness that is there that always wants your greatest to come forward. And so that's what this place looks like. And so now I am, and this isn't me bragging, I'm just being straight. I figure as the spiritual leader here, it is my job to lead with that example. I give 10% of everything I bring into my household off the top. Without question. Even when I look at it and go, I don't know how I'm actually going to pay the mortgage this month. Becoming a minister, I did not do for the big paycheck. It's not why I did this job or took this role on, right? But that's the consciousness I've gotten into, and here's what's benefited me from that. I never have to worry about it. I am now I have such a belief within me that I don't actually stress about my finances anymore, and I used to all the time. And I don't have to. I just fully trust that more will show up than I could ever have imagined showing up in my life. And it just does. It just shows up. I don't know how it works. I'm not going to question it too much. Might break it if I do that. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and allow it to show up. So I invite all of us to have a look in our lives to just see where else, and it doesn't have to be Unity, it could be whatever it is in the world you support, but where else in the world can you put more of you into it, right? Put more of you on the line, and you will not regret that. whatever it is, more will come back to you. I truly believe that. So thank you. Thank you for everything you do, because it's greatly appreciated. And if somebody hasn't told you that lately, I'm telling you now, I appreciate it. Because it makes my being here a lot easier with the more support. It's that old joke. You ever notice the bigger the crowd, the more people shows up for it? Right? That's the way it works. The more people show up to do things, the easier the job gets and the more stuff gets done. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Okay, what's next? Do you remember this? Divine Love? Do you remember this song? Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Divine love through me. Remember? Huh? Do you remember how it goes?
I remember how it goes.
Divine. Yeah. All that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Right? Yeah. Terrible singing. But you know the song. By me. So I changed it a little. Because I was at a conference and somebody brought up the original way it was written, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And somebody put in there the beginning, all that I am. You can't multiply all that you are, was their argument. Like, it doesn't make sense. There's no, you can't multiply all that you are. You can, of course, bless all that you are. So I've taken out the all that I am and left it with how it was originally given to unity in those words.
I think I can probably flub it.
Can you flub it?
I'll try.
Okay, let's do it.
5 years since I played it.
I know, it's been a long time.
Through me. Okay, let's try that. So, in this key, if we go, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I give, and all that I receive. Love is my source, love is all, love is my source, love is all, love is my source, love is. There it is.
Look at that. I'm like living my dream up here, having that song back. So, so when I first started to come to Unity, we sang that song. And I believed that in order for me to change my mind about prosperity and about having everything I could possibly need in my life, I needed to sing that. So I used to walk the trails singing that over and over and over again out loud as I walked the trails, convinced that by doing that, it would change my consciousness. And I think it did. So I still love it, and I want to bring it back, so be prepared. Because I'm bringing it back.
I'm ready.
Yay! And while I think of it, Joshua, did you pick all the songs for today? Okay, so I've also made the decision that I just give it over to Joshua. Like, why do I need to pick songs? Like, so Joshua is responsible for the last Sundays, like a bunch of them, right? You've been taking it on as, just picking all the songs that we're going to do for Sunday service. He gets the talk title and he does it. And then when Sylvia sings here, I actually ask the same thing. Like, I don't want to tell you what to sing. Sing what makes you sing. Like, let's let the person that's going to actually sing the song decide, this is what I feel great about. So thank you, Joshua, for doing that. And so our children's blessing, if you could all join me with honoring all of the children in us and all of the children in the world that we know and we don't know. We see the divine light shining as you. We love and appreciate you exactly the way you are. All right. So I'm sorry this is taking so long today, but there's a bunch of stuff I need to come clean about. This all happened when I woke up this morning at 4:30. I am, I guess, a Catholic deep in my heart. I need to confess. We're getting there, close. It's close. Close to feeling good about myself again as I just throw it all on the table. So I'm so desperate to have this community circle because here's what I see. So, from my responsibility that was granted to me by the board of directors of all the things that I'm supposed to take care of here at Unity, we have some things. So again, greeters, people to help set up and take things apart after service. I don't know who's doing all of that stuff. I know there's some people that show up, but we don't have. So for example, the camera is rotated between a group of people. They know which Sunday they're here to do it. And if they can't do it, they communicate with each other on how to do that. So I would like to set this up for a lot of things. Have people, again, this is your place, right? So what can you do? What can you own to help things move forward? And then, so I'll organize some sign-up sheets. We'll get them on the board out there, and you can take whatever Sunday of the week you would like to do something, whatever that is. And I invite you to do it. You will feel amazing when you take care of this stuff. It also builds community, right? There's a group of us that are here at 11:30. We start at noon. We talk to each other. We joke around. We have a great time just kind of buzzing around doing our thing. So I invite us to take that on. So the community circle, this is like, I have had 3 different dates for it now, and then people remind me that's Easter. So we're going to do this on Easter Sunday. Would anybody be able to hang out for Easter Sunday and do a community circle? It's like an hour. An hour after service. So we'd have a quick coffee and snack, and then we could sit down and kind of go, here's the lay of the land. What would we like to see in our community? Just give me a show of hands. Who would be okay with that? Or do people have something to run off to on Easter Sunday?
Do we get chocolate eggs?
Maybe. Right? So not a lot of takers, right? So then there was Mother's Day. So then I booked Mother's Day for that. I'm thinking not a lot of people are hanging out for that either. Right? Is that correct? What's that? Well, it has to be after Sunday service. People aren't going to come back on a different day. Yeah, and so then I booked another day and realized I'm actually in Calgary for the Unity Canada Convention. So I'm not even going to be here. So
the one after that.
So here's what it looks like. It actually looks like June 15th by the time we can actually have this community circle. And here was my challenge with that. Thank you for allowing me to confess to all of you the troubles of my spiritual leadership and all of the failures that it is. Part of that community circle was I wanted to lay the groundwork for, we have 3 board members departing this year, and we need some people to step forward to be on our board. And so I would love for somebody to, I've actually had, since then, 2 people have stepped forward. So that's great, but I would welcome 2 more board members. So here's the thing, if you're feeling like, man, what I really need to do in my life right now is be on the board of Unity Vancouver Island. If you're feeling that, can you feel it? Can you? Can you feel that desire to get together?
It's one of the best boards to be on.
It's an amazing board. We're super wonderful humans. There's nobody getting mad and upset and angry at each other. I'm committed to our board meetings being 90 minutes going forward. I'm committed to that. And right now it's the 4th Sunday of the month at 3:30 after service. We meet online on Zoom, 90 minutes. We do policy, procedures, and finance. That's the focus of the board. So here's what I'll say. If you're in a place where maybe you could use a little more financial acumen, there's nothing like being on a board to learn financial things, because you're being challenged to look at the finances of the organization and ask questions and open up that awareness. So if you're just sitting there going, man, I'm being called. I'm being called to be on the board, talk to me. I'm your guy. Okay? All right. We're still going to have a community circle, but those are things I needed to do because our AGM is June 8th. June 8th is our AGM, and we're still in search of a couple more board members. All right? And if you know somebody that you think would be great, you can nominate them. I'll talk to them. Hey, I think this person would be great for the board. Okay, maybe not. Maybe that's cruel. All right. Thank you for your time. Now, before we get to the peace song, I do have to say something about the peace song. Because what I get is I get the emails from people. I get the conversations from people about what doesn't work. It's rare that people come up to me and go, you know what is so amazing? Just to be clear, just so you know, it's not human nature, right? It's usually like what's not working. So getting in the circle for the peace song is problematic for a couple of reasons, right? Mainly that some people are uncomfortable getting in a circle. We have a big group usually on our Sundays. Today's a little bit smaller, but usually we have a big group, and it takes something to gather. Here's the other thing. Some people have shoulder, arm, hand pain, and they don't want to hold hands, and they don't want to have their arm lifted in the air by somebody when they're like, and they don't want to have to be a jerk about it by going, don't lift my arm. And then, next thing you know, they're clubbing it out together over the arm, right? We don't want that. So today when we do the peace song, I'm going to invite us to do a little bit of a heart meditation beforehand to do the peace song, and we'll just see how that feels, okay? Is that cool? You all with me? Great. All right, let's take a moment here to say our prayer for protection, if you don't mind. The light that is God surrounds us. We are one with the light. The love that is God enfolds us. We are one with the love. The power that is God protects us. We are one with the power. The presence that is God watches over us. We are one with the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and so it is. Amen. And so now, I invite you to just take a moment here. Place one hand or both hands on your heart. The heart is the greatest source of vibrational energy that each one of us has in our bodies. Prosperity consciousness, the ability to create into the world, requires an alignment between our thoughts and our heart. We need to put our hearts into whatever it is we want to see more of in the world or in our life. And so with that in mind, let's think of peace in our heart, allowing that vibration, that energy to pour out of us into the world. That incredible energy that we have in our heart. Knowing that the good of peace, the light of peace, the love of peace is already present and happening from this moment forward. And while we do this, let us begin to sing the peace song together with that consciousness.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our center, family
Everybody, join us for community refreshments if you'd like. Thank you.
There's a lot of improv today. In which song? Which one?
Divine Love?
I know, because I haven't played that. I think the last time I played it was in the old building.
church.
The old building. The one that burned down.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah.
Luckily, it's not a super complicated song.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome.
Fine.